Alright, Billie Eilish is fucking stupid. She did an interview with Variety recently, and she actually believes that women are body shamed more than men. Okay, so let's just get right into the debunking. So, I already debunked this idea a couple years ago in this video here called Truth About Body Shaming. I explained why, even though women are body shamed for more things, the body shaming is worse for men, and I prove it using facts. Obviously, that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. And, I mean, this is the full article from Variety. We're not going to read the entire thing, obviously. But we're just going to read, like, the particular part that is really stupid and funny. Okay, so she talks about okay. I have big boobs. I've had big boobs since I was 9 years old. That's a little weird. And that's just the way I am. That's how I look. She says, becoming exasperated as she recalls the media frenzy when she first dared to wear a tank top in public at age 16. You wear something that's at all revealing and everyone's like, oh, but you didn't want people to sexualize you? She scoffs and answers the trolls. You can suck my ass. I'm literally a being that is sexual sometimes. Fuck you. Now that part's fine. Because it is true. Women do get sexualized even when they're not trying to be. Like, obviously, the women who are, like, wearing cocktail dresses and go, don't look at me, it's like, okay, that's dumb. But the women who are wearing totally normal things like a tank top and then still get sexualized, I agree that is dumb and unfair to women. But it's the next paragraph where we start having some problems. Ready? She's fired up now, launching into a good old-fashioned rant. Nobody ever says a thing about men's bodies. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Huh?
If you huh me one more time, I swear to God.
What are you talking about? Okay. In the modern world, the last, 10, 12 years, body shaming towards men has gone into overdrive, and body shaming towards women barely exists at all, in fact. Okay, so let's just go over just the reality we live in, that Billie Eilish doesn't, before we continue reading. So, what do I say? So just like I said in my video, men are body shamed for primarily three things: height, dick size, and weight. Two of those three things, height and dick size, cannot be changed. Fat men are literally considered to be ugly. Even if men are not fat, but just a little bit overweight, like me, we are literally considered ugly. I am, for the most part, considered undateable just because I'm a little bit overweight. And just because I'm 5'8". Obviously, I can change my weight, but I can't change my height. Okay? Men, in the dating world, if a man is under 6 feet tall, he is literally called a midget, despite the fact that 5'10" is the average height for a man. I am 5'8", so I'm 2 inches under the average of height. But the point is, though, is that it's disgusting to body shame men for that, and men like me and men across the world are fucking fed up with it and quite isolated and depressed, actually, because we cannot change our fucking height. A surgery does exist, but it's extremely painful and expensive. It is fucked up. For the most part, height cannot be changed, and men are shamed for their height. Women are not. Okay? Men are also shamed for dick size, which we cannot change. But the whole point is that men have so many standards, and they're usually unfair ones. Women do have more standards with beauty and makeup and hair. That is all true. But the point here is that those things can be easily changed. A little bit expensive sometimes, sure, but they can be changed. And women are not shamed if they don't do it. They are encouraged to, but they're not shamed if they don't. Whereas men are just shamed no matter what. A man is 5 pounds overweight, he is called ugly. But women today can be morbidly fucking obese and be put on the cover of magazines in the mainstream media. Just shown on modeling and billboards and things like that. It is not only accepted, but it is encouraged. encouraged for women to not just be fat or let themselves go, but to be morbidly obese. 300, 400 pound women are glamorized. Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you saw a fat man in any type of media? How many fat men do you see in movies, TV shows, in Hollywood, on the cover of magazines, billboards, bodybuilding, sporting events, fashion shows? When do you ever see a man who is not a chiseled Greek god? When? Name a time where you see a man in these things who is not a chiseled Greek god with abs. It simply doesn't fucking happen. A man can just have his belly out and be attacked. I forget if it was recent or not because I didn't see the date on it, but there was this picture going around of Keanu Reeves on a boat with his belly hanging out because he was like swimming with his family, and he had a picture taken of him, and people were saying that he had a big belly when he didn't. He had like a little tiny belly sticking out at the top of his bathing suit, and he was being made fun of for it. Imagine doing that towards a woman. That would simply never happen. Just ever. But a woman can be morbidly obese and go, slay girl, you're beautiful, love your body no matter what. A man's like 2 pounds overweight, you fucking fat slob, where's your six-pack? You need to lose weight if you want a woman to ever love you. Fuck right off, you absolute idiot. Men are shamed for their weight way more than a woman ever has, especially considering women are encouraged to be fat. You dumb fuck. Okay, I need to continue reading. Nobody says a thing about men's bodies. Okay. If you're muscular, cool. If you're not, cool. Incorrect. Let me tell you how many women are actually like chubby chasers. Like less than 10% of the population. Most women want a man who is 6 feet tall or over and has abs. That is just a fucking fact. The male model body is the standard in the modern dating world and just societal norms as a whole. Did you know that on dating sites, and this is an actual statistic that you can look up, only the top 4% of men on dating sites actually get responded to by the average women on dating sites. And the average women on dating sites are usually like fat and ugly and SJWs with green and pink hair, unemployed, shit like that. But only the top 4% of men on dating sites actually get messages from girls, and those men are all like the chiseled 6 feet tall or more, abs and the male model face. That's just how it is. Like, this is so backwards from what we see in the real world. Okay, if you're not cool, if you're rail thin, cool. If you have a dad bod, cool. Okay, sorry, but the majority of women in the world do not want a fucking dad bod. However, the majority of men are okay with a mom bod. They are. I mean, sure, they might prefer a nice, attractive, thin woman, but most men are not going to just turn away a mom bod because it exists. Men will be like, if you're a good person, it's not a big deal. You can have a mom bod. It's okay. You've probably had kids. No problem. But a woman? If that dick is anything under 6-7 inches, you're out. If you don't have a six-pack, you're out. If you're under 5'11", you're out. Like, it is so common and easy to body shame and put down men for the way they look. This is so fucking wrong and backwards. It is hilariously fucking stupid. If you're pudgy, love it. Find me a woman who says that. Find one. Do they even exist? Like, I honestly can't tell if she's just stupid and delusional or if she was told to say this. Everybody's happy with it. What? Calling all men. Have you ever experienced anything that Billie Eilish is saying? Raise your fucking hand, please. You know why? Because girls are nice. Oh my god. Yo, again, I don't know if this is delusion or if you were paid off or what, or if you were like held at gunpoint by feminists or what the hell is going on, but what are you talking about? When it comes to physical standards in the dating world and stuff, women are the furthest thing from fucking nice. The furthest. Like, literally, this is nice, and as far as you can go away, that's where, like, the average woman is in modern day. Like, you have to be, like, beyond delusional. Like, men cannot change their dick size or height. Let's just really zero in on that. And a woman will literally make fun of and turn down a man, attack him, insult him, criticize him, gossip about him, just because he might be 5'9", 5'8", 5'7", 5'6". And that happens to pretty much all men of that height. This is one of the, of course, many reasons why men are so isolated, have given up on the dating world, are so sick of shallow women. In fact, here's something you could try yourself. Go outside. I know, that's a big thing, right? Go outside and just walk down the street and look at couples that you might see walking down the street. Go to the mall and just look at couples. And I want you to actually check mark them, okay? Every time you see a fat woman with a thin man, check mark it. And every time you see a fat man with a thin woman, check mark it. I promise you that after a couple hours of doing this, you will have way more check marks on the fat woman with a thin guy. Because most thin women do not want a fat guy. But a lot, I wouldn't say most, but a lot more men are okay with a fatter woman, or a woman who's fatter than he is. But a woman with a fat guy, unless he has money, that is like a 99.8% chance of never happening. Okay, again, that's just a fact. Sorry. They don't give a fuck because we see people for who they are. Oh my god. Please, Billy, like, come into the modern day to see what it's really like, because I don't know if it's like celebrity delusion or what, but you are an absolute idiot. Okay, wow, the brain rot is real. I can't. That's enough. Bye.